Well, I thought it helped that we shot the ball well early. We knocked down some threes early, and so that spread them out a little bit more and opened up some of the driving lanes for us. Thought our decision making was really good. Our ability to find the next pass was really good, and it gave us high percentage looks.
You're obviously no stranger this season to hardship contracts and bringing
Yeah.
in new players and Aerial Powers yesterday. Have you found that there's sort of a checklist of things, best practices that speed the process along that you found at this point because of experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just we have to scale back and really fine tune and highlight just a few things that we want to run and make sure that we can get on the same page. It's simplify offensively, simplify defensively, and then be able to put our new players in positions for success. I mean, they have strengths of their own, and we as coaches have to put them in position to utilize those strengths because they're not going to know everything that we've done all season long. So keep it simple when they're on the floor and put them in position to be successful.
Do you feel like you've been able to dive into your playbook and expand and do something other than simple?
No, not yet. I mean, we've had 3 players in the last I don't know how many days, and 2 of those players are point guards, so not really. But at the same time, our ability to make plays out of what we have, right? I think a lot of our spacing allows players to do what they do best, creates opportunities for them to be successful, and then it's just making the right reads and finding the right pass, on time, on target. And some of that is with experience with your teammates, and some of that is instinct. And so we are trying to do as much as we can to put players in position to use those instincts.
Regardless of who plays for Minnesota today, what do you have to get out of your front court to get out of here with a win?
Well, we got to get boards first and foremost. I thought it hurt us. The offensive rebounds hurt us in the last game. We've got to do a little bit better job at the point of attack defensively and on-ball screens. We've got to make sure that we do that. We've got to get A to B touches, more touches. She's probably the one who's most affected by all the change that we've had, and we have to use her now as a secondary ball handler, and so we have to utilize her a little bit different than we've had to in the past, and we've got to find ways to get her touches early. We found it a little bit, and she found it in the fourth quarter, but it can't be the fourth quarter. We've got to have it going for 40 minutes.
You had Dejanay Carrington the last 2 seasons, and she was most improved player.
Yep.
What about the coach or what about Dejanay is impressive to a coach in the way that she gets that?
Well, she plays her butt off. I mean, she plays hard. She's highly competitive. She's going to defend. She's going to get into offensive players. She's going to attack, play fast. She's a competitor, and when you have a competitor that's going to show up night in and night out, especially on the defensive end, there's no substitute for that.
If Fee plays obviously one of the best players in the league, how does that affect the game plan?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly changes, just the attention to detail and how they use her. It's different than how they use the bigs that they have on the floor right now. A lot of the inverted looks, things that we'll have to be aware of. I think for us, it's again, continues to be, we've got to be more disruptive consistently. I thought for the most part, we did a decent job. We had about that 5-6 minute stretch into second and beginning of third, but we've got to be disruptive. We've got to make sure that they can't get the rhythm and the timing. And Fee, of course, complicates things because of her versatility. But we've got to have a high attention to detail to forcing them into doing things that are uncomfortable.